Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Raptor X here with Good Clean Gaming RX. Welcome to your home for Good Clean Gaming. I'm dedicated to bringing you great games that are free of the profanity, nudity, and sexuality that are so common in today's games, and creating a safe space for gamers of all ages to enjoy great video games. If that sounds good to you, do yourself a favor and hit that subscribe button down below. And if you like this video, you know what to do. With that, let's begin today's video. G'day ladies and gentlemen, today we are back in Star Citizen, and today I am out with my mole. We are down on the surface of Daymar, as you might be able to tell past the windshield here, and we're going to be taking a crack at a couple of rocks here. So I've got my alt account sitting in the right hand side turret here, and we've got as you can see over here, we've got a Focus 3, a Ryger C3, and another Focus 3 module. And then in the right hand side turret we've got a Hofstede with two Focus 3 modules, and I'm going to go ahead and we'll pump this one up to full on the right hand side turret there, and we're just going to see if we can get this thing to move. If we can, we're going to have quite a large zone there. As you can see, the size of the green zone here is just massive. But this deposit as well is 36,000 and change mass. So this one's going to be really difficult to crack. It's saying impossible, but I'm not quite sure I believe that. So we're gonna see what we can do to get this into our cracking range. I'm gonna go ahead and exit this seat here, as I don't think I quite have the range that I need to be able to get this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and hop up to the pilot seat here, and we'll see if we can edge a little closer to the point where we can crack this thing. Alright, so we can hit it here. Go ahead and turn that on. We're powered full. Heat it up with the two of them there, and we'll see if we can get some movement out of this. Move that around. Okay, so unfortunately we're not going to be able to hit that one. We'll take a look at the other rocks that we have kind of in the area and see if there are any that we want to get. That one, let's see here, that one's actually got beryl and gold in it, so I'm going to go ahead and take that. It's a decent amount, and then we'll scan this one, take a look. Hopefully this one will be worth taking as well. Agresium and copper, 54% agresium. We may as well. Okay. So we do have this one over here. This one's completely copper though, and even larger than the other one. And this one is also completely copper. So I'm not interested in picking up either of those. I'm going to go ahead and we'll get the fuel, and then we'll pop back and look for another rock that we can crack that's a little bit more profitable. So 38,000 mass rock is a little bit too much for me to crack with the Hofstede 2 and the two Focus 2 modules, and then the Impact with a Ryger C3 and two Focus 3 modules. get out of the turret there on the other side. Yeah, we've still got a decent amount of hydrogen fuel, so I'm going to go ahead and get out of atmosphere here, and we'll pop over to Kudreor, the open one, and be able to get the hydrogen fuel that we need there. Alright, so unfortunately Kudreor does not have landing pads, and neither does Bountiful Harvest. So in order to make sure that I get the hydrogen fuel that I need, we have come up to Port Olisar. I'm going to go ahead and we'll get refueled there. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and pop out to Selin, because several of my crew have been doing some mining out there and actually having some pretty good results. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll get the fuel that we need here, and then we'll go ahead and pop back to Selin, or pop over to Selin, I guess. Drop my landing gear here. And then I'm going to go ahead and auto land, because I've heard that that can eliminate the struggles that you sometimes have with getting repaired, rearmed, and refueled. Because we are running really low here on both quantum fuel and hydrogen. So what have we got going on here? Oh. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and lift off here and back up just a tad. There we go. Perfect. Alright. And we'll go ahead and hopefully get this processed, because if we run out of fuel here, we are going to have a rough time of it. We're down to a very, very small amount. I guess we can lift off and try a different landing pad, because I don't see this one. I don't see this one working. There's no, like, refueling anything. So I'm gonna go ahead and let's check. Yeah, this is not working. So I'm gonna go ahead and we'll lift off here.
Launch complete.
And sometimes this will fix it, where it's... There we go. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and refuel the hydrogen here. And hopefully this will work. That's over 1,000 alpha UEC in hydrogen fuel. Okay, and it is going up. So we are actually going to get the hydrogen fuel in here. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll hit. Oh goodness. We'll repair as well and refuel quantum. And I'm going to go ahead and we'll spool up here, because
100%.
that sounded like gunfire. That's definitely a big gun out there, it sounded like. So as soon as we get the quantum fuel necessary here. Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and lift off, and I'm going to get out of here.
Quantum travel engaged.
I'm going to start my jump to Daymar, and then we're going to go ahead and cancel it. There we go. That way, if anyone else is tracking us, we don't have anyone getting any fancy ideas.
Quantum travel engaged.
We'll go ahead and pop off to Selene from here. Okay, so we've got quite a large field of rocks here. Hopefully, we'll have something worth taking here. I'm gonna pop down and see. I don't want to get going too quickly here. So I'm gonna go ahead and instead of using my forward direction here, just gonna use the down strafe. There we go. Alright, perfect. Get close enough. We'll go ahead and scan these. I'm going to put my landing gear down here just so that we have a little bit of something to catch us here if we get a little too fast. No. Try this again. There we go. Alright, so we're looking at a 19,000 mass rock. We shouldn't have too much trouble with that, and that one's actually borace. That's a decent rock there, actually. So we may end up cracking that one. We'll also take a look at these couple of ones over here. And see if there's anything worth taking over there. That's only 2,000 mass, so probably not worth even bothering with that one. Take a look at this one here and see. Shale, that's 11,000. Aluminum and borace, actually a decent rock there as well. And scan this one, and I think this one's going to be another tiny one. 6,000. Inert, borace. There is quite a bit of borace here, so I think we're going to focus on that for this one, and we'll see how much of that we can take home. I think that runs around 3,500 per SCU, and we're a little bit far from that one apparently to scan it accurately. We'll see if we can get this one or not. It's another, is that 10,000? Laranite. Alright, so we'll leave that one alone for right now. I'm going to go ahead and we'll see about getting this one here. Yeah, that's 19,000, so we should be able to hit that without any issue. I'm going to go ahead and get into a good position here. We'll just have a pretty even attitude on it. There we go, and get a little closer here, 76. There we go. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll jump out of here, and we'll get into the main turret. Ooh! Whoops! Yeah, right. So we can hit that one. We'll swap that over to fraction mode. Put power on. Zero power on here on the right side turret, and as you can see, actually you can't see on that one. Let me try, there we go. Quite a big zone here. We don't have any power on it yet, so I'm going to go ahead and, there we go, turn that one up to 100%. And we should see that start to climb here momentarily. So if we need to, we can go ahead and add a little bit more power from the right-hand side turret here. There we go. And just like that, we're cracking. So 19,000 appears to be more than doable. We'd increase power a little bit more on the right-hand side turret here. And that giant green zone is going to make this an effortless crack. You know, you don't have to worry about overcharging it because the window on here is absolutely massive. And it's really just going to be a case of, you know, making sure that we're not too close to the rock and we're not in the danger zone. So we shouldn't take any explosion damage from this. There we go, perfect. Alright, and then we can just go ahead and start scanning these. And we should be able to go ahead and then get secondary cracks on these without too much effort. That one's pure aluminum and inert, so I'm not going to bother even attempting to crack that one any smaller. That one's 100% borate, so we definitely want to take that one. We'll turn that one on, and that one's gone way big. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll use the side turret here, because this one's got a lower minimum power, and we'll go ahead and just use that to turn this up. There we go, 100% power on that one. And ooh, it's being a bit funny here. There we go. Oh, that was a bit wild. Come on. Alright, let me go ahead and bring power all the way down on the right hand side turret here. There we go, and we'll just play this one. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Ew, that one was not what we were looking for. We lost some rock there, I think. So we're not gonna get the full 100% borates from that one, unfortunately. I'll go ahead and start scanning each of these and see what else we can find. That one's also 100% borates. I'm going to go ahead and we'll just turn the laser on here, and this one's, oh goodness, gonna have to pulse this one. There we go. Got that one. We are taking just a little bit of damage here through the front. I'm going to go ahead and we'll start looking at this. Doesn't look like we've lost any of the modules or anything, so I'm just going to go ahead and we'll start vacuuming all of this up. This is all going to be 100% borates. Oops. There we go, extraction. That one's 100% aluminum as well. 100% borates on that one. We'll go ahead and start vacuuming that one up. That one we're going to have to break again. That one's all aluminum as well. this little bit here. That one actually might be, yeah, that's a full boraze. We're going to get that. That one's probably the little one that we broke. Kind of jumped a little bit. There we go. Let's take a look at this one. A decent amount of boraze on that one, so I'll have to vacuum that up as well, or split that one and break it. And go ahead and we'll run the right hand side turret on that one. Yeah. Perfect. Alright. So we can go ahead then and start vacuuming that up. 100% boraze. Oops. There we go. Okay, and get all of that in here as well. Start scanning these ones down. 100% boraze as well there. 100% boraze on the little rock to the left there, so we'll go ahead and crack that one open. I'm just going to let this get up to the green zone there, and then we'll give it a little way into the green. Yeah, okay, so it's a little bit higher there. We don't want it to get too out of control. Whew, bit of an input delay on that one. More power into this and hopefully get it. Yep, there we go, come back up. Just tremble right on the edge there would be great. Come on. A little bit more. Come on. Perfect. Got a nice break there. And we can go ahead and start vacuuming all of that up as well. That should also be 100% boraze. Very good. And how about this little guy over here? 100% boraze on that as well. We'll go ahead and take that one. As you can see, we've got 49 SCU of boraze there. That's already going to be at least 100,000 there, I think. Let's see, that's a whole aluminum, that's also aluminum, that's also all aluminum. We've got a little bitty rock here. That one's, I think, probably all boraze as well. Yep, that should be 90%. We'll go ahead and take that. 800. Perfect. Okay, so from here then, We can go ahead and head over to that one there. And we'll go ahead and crack that one. And take the rest of that home. And we'll see how much we can make out of all of this. So I'm going to pick up once we've got that that one broken. And we'll go from there. Okay, so we've got into position on our second rock here. Go ahead and turn this one on. This one's only 11,000, so I'm going to start off with 0 laser on both sides. And there we go. And that's kind of the objective with the big green zones. If you have all 3 of them here, that whole bar turns green. And even at 0 power here, we're really, really close to this. We can still make this one go entirely green, and you know the charge bar over here is really not more than a little bit up, so we're not putting a whole lot of power into it, and yet we're still getting the giant green zone there that we can crack each of these rocks with very minimal effort. Okay, that's all aluminum, so we'll go ahead and start scanning these and find out what each of them has got in them. That one's mostly aluminum as well. That one's got 35% borates. We've got a 78% borates. We'll go ahead and take this one, because that one's ready to go. That one's 1,000 SCU, or 1,000 units, sorry, of borates. All aluminum, all aluminum. We'll go ahead and scan this one and see what we can get out of that. That one's 51% borates, so definitely worth cracking that. We'll go ahead and turn on here with just a 0 laser. And I'm going to go ahead and we'll do a 0 laser here as well. There we go. And that's going to work marvelously. Just the main turret there to get the power that we need. Whoop. Server's having a little think on that. There we go. Alright, that one's 35% borate, so I'm going to go ahead and we'll hit that one as well. Probably want to do this with the... there we go. With the smaller side turret. There we go, perfect. Alright. And then we can go ahead and start scanning these down and taking it for all that it's worth. Hopefully we get a nice... there we go, perfect. 100% borates on that one. Oh, good, goodness. And we'll start scanning some of these smaller rocks here. That one's all aluminum, so we won't bother with that. %85 borates. We'll have a little look around first and see what else we can get out of it. There we go, 100%. We'll go ahead and take that one. And we're essentially just trying to maximize the 100%ers that we can get here. And if we can do that, 72, we can essentially take home what is pure value. 100% inert there. It was nice to get those because that means the rest of them have a higher chance of being pretty valuable. That one's got a decent amount of inert in it as well. Borates, aluminum. Let's try this little guy here. And then we can start vacuuming up the smaller chunks It was 50% Borés. So I think that eliminates... Ooh, that one's 85%. We'll go ahead and take that one as well. And then basically just sort down from here. 72, 96, that's aluminum. We'll go ahead and take this one. And that one's 100% inert. 45% Borés. 50%. We'll go ahead and take that one as well. Unfortunately, we're starting to get a decent amount of inert material. 5%. Let's go ahead and we'll give this one a crack here. Just use the side laser there to pump the power into this one. Get it to where it needs to be. Perfect. Alright, and then we'll see what we can get out of these. 51% Borés. Let's get one more 100%. No such luck. Okay. So we'll go ahead then and we'll just take the last bit here. And that will bring us up to full cargo. So we'll go ahead and we'll retract the turrets here. We've got 75 SCU of Borés. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll take this up to the refinery here. And we'll see what sort of results we can get from that. Okay, so we're coming in at Referral 1. One note for the mole is that you want to make sure that both your landing gear and your VTOL are engaged when you come into the hangar. The mole is so large and so heavy that the thrust or the maneuvering engines are not quite large enough to keep it in the air without the VTOLs once you get into the hangar. So you want to make sure those are engaged. You can hit VTOL by tapping K. Then of course your landing gear are tapping N. I'm going to go ahead and pop into the hangar here. I have found auto land works nicely as well, just because it allows you to center yourself nicely on the pad, and you don't have to worry about running into things. So just holding N when you get into the flashing orange box there. Ooh. Sometimes the Autolander is a little bit zealous with the application of the throttle there. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead... Oh, no, not this way. This way, there we go. And I'm going to go ahead and head out of here. And we'll meet up with my alt there. Hey buddy! Thanks for your mining help. And you want to make sure that both yourself and any crew members are going to be off of here, because there can be bugs with like reloading, refueling, rearming, all that kind of stuff. If you have people on there. So obviously we didn't have any trouble with it when we auto landed at Port Olisar, but it's sometimes buggy. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll pop down to the refinery here, and we're going to see just how much we can make out of that that 96 SCU of cargo there. Not all of it, of course, is borates. That's going for 36 and change per unit, 36 alpha UEC and change per unit. Refined, of course. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll pop down there and see how much we can make. So obviously this is much more fun and much better if you're running with a crew of, you know, 2 other guys or girls, if you prefer, either way. But if you do happen to have a couple computers that you can run this on, it does work to have 2 people on there. So we've got 1 SCU of gold, or 105 units. We've got 7,579 of borates. I'm going to go ahead and refine the barrel and the agresium as well. I'm going to go ahead and go for the Dink solventation here and get quote. And we're looking at 12,000, almost 13,000 and change to refine that. We're going to get 75 hours and 50 minutes, so 76 hours to process that. We're going to get 6,443 of borates there. And so if we count that as our main amount there, go ahead and confirm that, and we'll take a look. Looks like our Quantanium one is complete. Let's see here, borates 6443. We'll go ahead and pull up the calculator here, and as you can see, we've got borates is sitting at 36.34 or so. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll pull up the calculator here, and we'll go 36.34 just to do that, times 6443, and that's 234,000 worth of borates that we've hauled home here. I've got another 154,000 or so of Quantanium there, and this was 180,000, I think, worth of barrel that I hauled home in a mining one that I did yesterday, but my recording didn't work properly. So all told, we've got pretty near 500,000, maybe a little bit more, all told here, out of 3 mining runs. So I'm quite liking the mole. Obviously, it does come with the caveat that you need to have at least 2, if not 3 people, to really run it effectively. But it is quite powerful and quite useful, and I am looking forward to making money hand over fist with that. So, thank you all for watching. I'm going to see if I can get a couple of my buddies to demo, the Green Giant cracking method, running all 3 mining heads. But that's going to be it for today's video. I will see you all next time. Take care, everyone. Ta-ta.